I do think the thing that Ruba's been saying since she got to AWS and that's still consistent today is that partners do drive AWS, just like me at Kong, they drive Kong's business too, right? Or like most software companies, because you can't do this alone. And the market's too big, even for someone as big as AWS, the market is really big.
Mm.
But it's like, what kind of partners?
Yeah.
And so to me, it still comes back to I don't know Ruba's updated stat, but I'll go back to last year. So last year, she would commonly say things, or you'd hear things like 85% of the world's workloads or compute is still not in a public cloud. So that could be any of the big three. It could be Oracle, it could be, Alibaba, whatever. So like the point is that the world's majority of the workloads are still 80, 85% are still on-prem.
Yep.
So I always think to, well, if I'm AWS and I'm $100+ billion revenue business, and I've captured the largest piece of the pie of a 15%, pie, wow, I'm like, the game is just starting. Right now, you'll never get to 100, but like you understand that there's trillions and trillions of dollars from 85% to 75% or 80% even,
Mm.
because the pies also get bigger. So you're taking a percentage of something that's also growing at a,
Exponential rate, right?
yeah, the
Yeah.
growth rate of the market's getting bigger and bigger. So I always think if I was this little small company or I was as big as AWS, like who who helps unlock that next 1, 2, 5% of on-prem to cloud? And the answer is it's SIs and global SIs.
Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
So even at Global Partner Summit, which very few partners get to go, but I've been fortunate enough in the last couple years, she's not really speaking to the ISVs. We're critically important to the glue and the bubble gum and the things that stick things together. And we're built on AWS and we spend a bunch of money, but we're already there in the cloud. We're already built in the cloud. Sure, we can go build on another cloud versus AWS, but like it's not really adding a ton of customer value. So I go back to, well, who brings net new workloads? So you're right. If you find yourself in agentic is the next wave. Well, where are you going to build that agent workload? Where are you going to build that agent software? Probably not on-prem. So there's going to be a fight for, do you build it on Google? Do you build it with Vertex? Do you build it with AWS? Do you build it with Nova models? Like, do you build it on Bedrock? And that's why they have model, choice. So
Mm.
it's really that next wave of growth. Like they have to talk about what's next, not what's straight in front of them today.
So this is the interesting thing, and I'm going to ask you this. Is it market forces or is it marketing? Because if you have a look at, and look, I lived in California and it was
Yeah,
literally, it was insourcing,
yeah,
outsourcing. What are we going to do? Oh, what about cloud? It's out
yeah,
there. I'm like,
yeah.
isn't that outsourcing? And we had done that before. So my question to you, is it market forces or is it marketing?
Uh, I don't think there's a definitive answer to that. It's probably somewhere in the middle. But I will tell you, and I mean, AI is changing the way everyone does business if they're open to learning something new and
Hmm.
they're open to changing, let's just call it their own workflow, right?
Yeah.
I could read these big documents. I could ask AI to summarize it. I can, I used to build workflows that didn't have AI. Now I build workflows that automate tasks that me and my team do. And I use AI to do things that I almost used to have to write code for, which, by the way, I don't write code or regular expression. But now I can ask AI, like, can you write me the regular expression that does this thing? And it might get it right the first time, it might get it right the second time, but eventually it's going to get it right.
Yeah.
But I don't have that skill set. So if you're open to technology and you're open to change and you're open to curiosity and learning, I have always found this is like a brand new, incredible technology. So I don't think like the internet, go back to the internet. I don't think everyone understood what it was going to become today, but everyone knew this is bold and different, and this could change the world.
This is a quote, and this probably won't go out, but maybe that's because Bedrock is production unusable. We started the project with Bedrock as the main service we were targeting, but couldn't get
Yeah,
anything through any serious testing. The
yeah,
different quotas are very low, and getting them raised takes forever.
yeah.
So there's challenges,
I
right?
go back to that and I go, yes. Do you think AWS already knows that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And give them time, they will solve it.
Yeah. So it's
But
the
I do agree there is a bit of marketing. Now, on the flip side, I have a production feature inside of our platform that's using Bedrock and Anthropic as its model.
yeah,
So I also, so the engineers at Kong figured out how to make a production customer value adding use case using Bedrock and Anthropic.
yeah. So
So it doesn't mean that maybe the use case that they're trying to do wasn't, or I'm comparing it against, I don't know, straight open AI, or I'm comparing it against, Google or whatever Azure's doing. Everyone has an opinion. I'm notorious for having an opinion. Doesn't
really?
always mean my opinion's right or wrong, right? And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So I'm not defending or cheerleading AWS or saying that that's not true. I just agree that's an opinion based on some situation or some data. And the thing I would say about the other marketing stuff, you're right. Businesses that just focus on the problem they solve, like the why, how is using an agentic AI platform we built.
Yeah.
And that creates unique differentiation that maybe I can do it better, faster, cheaper than I could before. But you're right, the why is not AI or the buzzword bingo in marketing. This is the problem with this journey right now is AI is an outcome. We won't get into partner types and GSIs and everything else.
Hmm.
They sell outcomes. AI is an outcome. What it does is it highlights the fact that you aren't great at everything that came into the outcome. And I love my analogy. So I always say, like, a GSI sells you a birthday cake. Oh, Andrew, it's your wife's birthday in 2 weeks. We sell birthday cakes. Now, they have ingredients and recipes that go into delivering that birthday cake. The reality is sometimes those ingredients are your own enterprise data, your own API infrastructure, your own, right now, I could go build all that for you or architect or give you a reference architecture for that, or I can build the whole thing end to end. But the truth is, for the AI to be good, to taste good, if your house of cards was a mess and all over the place and
Yep.
unstructured and non-labeled and like, good luck, like you can't make the birthday cake.
It's gonna
You
fall
don't
to
have
bits,
any of
right?
the
Yeah.
ingredients,
You're literally scrambling around in the fridge, in the larder, and trying to pull
right?
things together. And you're like, I've got a
Right.
carrot, I've got, and you're
Yes.
like, carrot cake? Maybe that's the wrong analogy, but yeah.
Hey, no, but yeah, you're right. No, I got potatoes. Yeah, exactly. Um, but I think that's the aha moment that's happening right now is everyone's like, I want the AI birthday cake. Oh my goodness, I don't have a binder. I don't have an egg. I don't have flour, or maybe I'm making flourless and I don't know. I have this like I open the refrigerator and I have all these ingredients and
Or
I'm
it's
like, I've
empty.
got,
It's
yeah,
empty. That's
or
the
it's
other thing. Where
empty.
where
Right.
where the hell? I thought I had that, but I haven't
Right.
got it.
All of
Yeah.
these projects are failing. Well, failing, right? I actually think you could look at failure like a good thing too,
Yeah.
right?
Without doubt.
Oops, we didn't plan for this cake because we didn't know we were going to make it. But also, turns out we never built the ingredients. We never did all the right things here. We never built a data foundation. So then I go back to what are the companies today that are just crushing it? Oh, it's data platforms. It's Mongo and Snowflake and Databricks. It's data's always been important, but why are these? Because it's the precursor. Well, great, a data platform's awesome. How do I get all my enterprise and unstructured data into the data lake or the data warehouse? Oh, I've got scripts and people and like, oh, I need orchestration, right? I worked at Astronomer. We used Apache Airflow, our open source. Like that's hot right now too. Why? Because how do I get all of this data into these data warehouses and data lakes, right? I think of an air traffic controller at an airport. Great, now I've got structured data. Now I've got all the enterprise data in a place where it's consumable. Oh, now I'm just stuffing AI on top of it or machine learning models or whatever else, and I'm starting to build the cake.